It's 7 o'clock. Y'all make this thing.
Tune in and turn up your radio. It's going down. Turn up your speakers and let them bomb. We on right now. You already heard about it. Fred Jellison and y'all so Lynette discussing topics. Pick up your phone and call. So real, talking about facts and the metaphysical. So deep, you gon' need a ride to make sure you stay afloat. So baby, don't you change that station. Be a part of this history that's in the making. It don't matter what you're doing, just save it. And you can get back to it later. Later, later, later. And you can catch some of this flavor. Flavor, flavor, flavor. Cause real recognize real. Listen, real recognize real. Real recognize real. Listen, real recognize real.
Yeah, real recognize real.
Yes.
Welcome, y'all. Welcome to the Real Recognize Real Talk Radio Show. I am your host, Franchella.
I'm one of the co-hosts, Lynette. Hey.
Hey, and I'm the guest co-host, Birdman.
Yes. Welcome, y'all. I know y'all had to miss us because last month was crazy.
Yes.
I mean, we had some phenomenal guests as usual that's sitting in the green room ready to come up and talk to you guys. So please share. And we'll be reading some of your comments. And hey, let's get into it.
Let's get
bring
into
up our
it.
first-
Woo! Carol Riddick. So y'all know this is
Wait.
live and not memorized.
And Carol, Carol up to the into the.
So we bear with us, y'all. Y'all know these are live. So sometimes technology is not without its flaws, but we got a back. Hey, it is. Whoop, there it is.
Hey, family.
Hey. Hello and welcome. So let me give you a proper introduction.
Yes.
Carol Riddick is a sultry singer, songwriter from South Philadelphia. She has an amazing voice and has been singing since she was a teenager. She got her start touring with Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff, woo woo, Philly. And she also has been featured on several different artists' albums. She later started her own independent label, and she's also written some songs with some well-known artists as well. Her love of music expands decades, and she tours with people like Will Downing. Shout out to Will Downing. And her love of music it expands decades. So I'm sure if you ever caught her on a show, you were nothing less than amazed. So we want to welcome the sultry sound of Carol Riddick to the Real Recognize Real Talk Radio Show. Welcome.
Thank you, y'all.
Give it up.
Thank you, y'all.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to visit.
We're happy to have you. We're happy to have you. So tell us a little bit about you and, how'd you grow up with music and engulfed in music?
Oof. You know what? So I don't know if any of you have had this experience with anything that is your passion, but well, first of all, I'm sorry. Hi, family. Hi, I see Tony is checking in. I see Alexandria, Millicent. I see that SPZ. I see South Philly. That's right. So I want to recognize family as they're checking in too. But when I was little, loved music from the day I came out of the womb. My mother would listen to music. My aunt and uncle had a speakeasy. So my uncle had built a bar inside, and the walls of the bar were lined with albums. So
Wow.
my cousin Misty, she was a huge music head, but she introduced me, of course, to Tina Marie and Breakwater and Switch and everybody. So my mother introduced me to Barbara Streisand and Lou Rawls and my uncle. It was big band, so I had so much music that I was taking in, but I loved it all, y'all. I would sit on the floor and just listen. But I started singing, and you listen. Family would say, "Child, shut up, shut her up, please shut her up." So for the longest, I thought I couldn't sing. I didn't think I
Wow.
had a voice until somebody said, "Oh, you can sing. Oh, okay." And I was like,
Oh,
"Oh, I can. Oh, I can for real. Oh, I can." So that was basically the start of it. The bug had already bitten me out of the womb, and because I was exposed to so much music, it was just it was feeding my passion, the passion that I didn't even know existed. How about that?
oh
That's
wow.
that's awesome. That's awesome. So one of the things that I've heard when you talk about Carol Riddick, I've heard that people compare you to like Jill Scott. And who would you say? I mean, I know each artist is their own individual self, but
Mhm.
if you had to say what artist you're a blend of, who would it be?
That I am a blend
Like
of.
your vocal style. Like some people's like Phyllis Hyman meets Jill Scott, or who would
Right.
you say you're
You know,
you're a blend of?
so what's funny
Mhm.
is that I am actually older than Jill. I actually taught Jill how to check a mic. So I wouldn't say that I would compare myself to her. I
Right,
actually don't compare anybody. I like, especially as an artist,
right,
because you spend so much time trying to be comfortable with who you are and
right,
sharing who you are with everybody.
right,
I don't like to say anybody is like anybody else. You know
right.
what I'm saying? We
I
all,
do. I
you know,
do.
yeah, people say it all the time. I know that's what the industry does. Oh, she's a this, she's a that, she's a that. Well, no, I am who I
Carol Riddick.
am. Yes, I am Carol Riddick, and my sister Jill Scott is Jill Scott. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yes,
We may have there may be some similarities to some people. They may find some similarities, but look, Jill is dope. I like to believe I'm dope.
yes,
Oh,
yes. You are. You
absolutely.
are. You
Absolutely.
are.
Absolutely. And it's so and being I mean, when you asked that question, Lynette, I don't know, Patti LaBelle and Fantasia came to my mind. You know,
Wow.
see, I am such a fan also of Patti LaBelle. And then when Fantasia got on American Idol and just her demeanor reminded me, and I'm like voting, like, oh my God, like I love this girl, I love this girl. So,
Right.
it's just a form of flattery and because Patty's older and she's younger, just to
Yeah,
know that people, they have people that are like their idols that they
Right.
not
Right.
mimicking, but they have
right.
some similarities.
Right.
That's
Right.
that's
Yeah.
that's so it's so funny that you would say that. I just had a conversation today. Somebody was comparing well, we were having the conversation about how people say that like Chris Brown is the new Michael
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson.
And
Right.
I say Mike is Mike, Chris is Chris. Like,
True.
they
True.
are both phenomenal.
True.
So
True.
But
but
they bring
I know what
different
you mean.
flavors.
I
I
know what
think
you
I
mean.
think they compare because Chris can really dance. You know what I
Listen.
mean? I mean, Michael had his own dance style, but Chris kind
Yeah.
of, is kind of similar to that where he kills the stage. And I think
Hmm.
that's what it is. But he's in his era. And that's like I'll compare Fantasia and Patty. Fantasia is in her era. So it makes it, you know what I mean? I
No, I
think
get
that's
it.
why people say that. And it's a, yeah, yeah. And
I
so
do get
it's
it.
wonderful.
A
But
turn of
everybody has their
endearment.
own individual
Right.
and yes, yes.
Yep, I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't fight it. I get it. Listen, I'm happy to be recognized. I'm happy for the love. So if people say, whoever they hear, I'm grateful for it all. It's all love. It's all love.
Can I
Yes,
ask a
So,
question?
absolutely.
oh,
Uh-huh.
Can I ask a
Of
question,
course.
ladies?
Go ahead.
Of course.
Listen,
You don't have to ask.
listen, I know, listen, this is so. Me and Carol been friends forever,
Mhm.
and August the 1st, uh, except from high school, was the first time I really saw her perform. We went to an event, and she sung Gratefulness, and oh my God, she sang it, and she had the waterworks coming out my eye, and I'm like, oh my God, that's my friend singing like that. Like she really tore the song up, and I was like, oh my God, Carol, oh my
The
God,
gospel song. The gospel song.
yeah,
Yeah,
the gospel, that grateful.
yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
listen, she had a Patti LaBelle moment. I was
Oh,
just waiting for her to kick her shoes off and roll on the oh my God, Carol. I mean, she started, you know, when Patty go into, she started flicking the hands. I said, it's great. She went over the rainbow, baby.
oh
the,
my goodness.
the spirit kicked
Oh,
in.
Yeah,
it did. It did. Listen,
she
you
did.
can't
I
sing
was
and not glorify him. Listen, come
No,
on.
Amen.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Amen.
you can't.
Absolutely not.
Look,
You know, that's
look,
the
that's why
foundation.
I don't sing.
And
Because
look,
that's exactly why I don't sing. Because I'll be up there glorifying myself. Sorry, Lord, but I'm just being honest.
oh my goodness.
So tell us what you're working on, and what are you
Yes.
working on
Oh my
currently,
god. I'm so
touring,
excited.
and
Yes, so of course I'm still touring. I have to say I really am blessed. I really am blessed that I get to perform my own projects, but as you were sharing, work with other artists as well. So I'm blessed across the board. I want to make that known. I want you to hear me say that because I recognize that I'm blessed. But I just released a single, Gas Hard, as soon as I say the title, people say, "What does that
what?
mean?"
You said
Well, it's
gas heart?
Gas hard.
Oh,
So
gas
you think of a
right.
car, and the hook itself says, "My drive is on brand new. No more
ooh,
checking in my rear view." You hear
oh,
me? Yeah, listen, full speed
oh,
ahead.
oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the first line of the song is, "I'm feeling real confident. I'm
Ooh,
feeling real confident." Okay. So it's a song about growth, about owning who you are, wherever you are, and at whatever stage you are in life right now, owning it,
Right.
owning exactly who you are, and saying, "Look, we ain't doing yesterday anymore.
That's
Yesterday is
right.
yesterday. I'm looking
yes.
forward. I'm not looking back, and I'm owning all of this, good, bad, and indifferent." You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? This is who I am. So I'm completing the project so I can release it in a few months.
That's
Nice.
awesome. You
Can't
to
Yeah.
make
I mean,
sure you add a.
I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you. I said, "Lynette, I need you."
Listen, gas hard.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But you're not gonna get
yeah.
off the hook, you guys. You know, I mean, from all of our wonderful, legendary celebrity guests that come
Yes.
on, like
Uh-uh.
Carol, you got to give us a little hook. You got to sing a little hook of this song.
Oh,
Give us something,
Give
okay.
Carol.
us.
You gonna
Okay,
do
listen.
grateful?
I
You
can.
gonna do grateful?
I am not
Look,
about to
he like,
celebrate.
look.
Well, I'll do okay since I was talking about the first verse. The first verse is I'm feeling real confident. Now I can walk through an open door. No more settling for second best. Time to claim what I came here for. I thought I was happy. Didn't know who I was. I was so unaware. But now I see. So close
Oh,
it.
yes,
That was
Look at other
awesome.
verse.
That was
yes. Oh, I
awesome.
Oh
can't
Lord,
wait.
Lord,
I
Lord.
Oh, I
know.
can't wait.
Look,
Round of applause.
you just took a storybook from a whole lot of people. Like that is such a relatable song. Thank
Yes,
you.
Woo, thank you
absolutely.
for that. I was hoping, when we wrote it, it first started about where I am in life. Because you second guess yourself a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And sometimes you just need to pour into you and
Yeah.
say,
Absolutely.
you know what, you got this. like I
Exactly.
said, good, bad, or indifferent, wherever you are in life at this moment, just owning it, saying,
Right.
okay, so I know where I am, I know what I'm doing, I know what I want to do, I know what I'm going to do,
That's
Yes.
right.
claiming it and walking in it, you know. So
Yes.
that's what it is.
No more
Adult.
looking in the rearview mirror. Yes.
Mm-mm,
Yeah,
mm-mm. Gas
Listen.
hard, full speed ahead. No more
that's
checking
right.
in my rear view. No switching lanes. No switching lanes.
No switching
That's a
lanes.
hit
Oh,
already.
yeah.
Gas hard. Full speed ahead. My drive is on brand new.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, you
Yes.
know
Yes.
what? She is giving it to us. She is giving it to us. I can't. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
You
I love.
gassing it out.
So when you say that's coming out, when
So
you
Gas Hard is out now. It's everywhere.
okay,
Everywhere. Gas
okay.
Hard is out. But I am completing the rest of the project now. I just talked to the guys, so we're about to go back in the lab, if you will, so we can finish this project.
Listen, if you need anybody in your video,
Oh,
me and Lynette,
I know where to come.
yeah,
I, I know
you know exactly
that is
Carol,
killing me.
Lynette's going to hit somebody. Don't let her drive the car in the
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious.
Lynette, who told you they're gonna pull you on stage? Was that
Uh
Chris?
oh.
Glenn Jones.
Oh, Glenn.
Glenn
Okay.
Jones.
Jones told her
Oh,
he
we
gonna
love
call
And
Glenn
I'm
Jones.
looking forward to it.
Oh, we love Glenn Jones. I love me some
Yes.
Glenn Jones. Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
he is a
A true
what
talent.
sing?
True
What?
talent.
I've
Mhm.
been searching.
What?
I,
Oh
there-
my goodness. Anything he sings, anything he
Exactly.
sings, right?
yes,
From
yes.
baritone to way up high.
Falsetto.
Yeah. So
Mm.
so enough about Glenn. We're
Uh-huh.
here with Carol today. So
Right.
so tell us where, like,
Lynette
are
to
you
keep the word.
touring? When is your next show so people can come out
Oh
and support?
man. You know what's crazy? I just did 2 shows in the tri-state area. I won't be anywhere near the tri-state for the next couple of months. I was at the Dell twice actually. I was at the Dell twice, and then I was at South in June, and then I just did Connecticut this past weekend. So now I think the next thing. Well, oh no. Look at me. So I'm doing the Nina Simone. So okay,
Okay.
family, you know, I was sharing earlier that I'm blessed to perform my own project, but I also perform a Nina Simone tribute with Gerald Beasley. And we're
Wow.
going to be in Delaware at the end of the month doing the Nina project.
Oh,
Okay.
nice,
The
nice.
Nina
Oh, I
Project.
love it.
Yes, we do a Nina Simone tribute.
Wow. Oh,
And
that's gonna be awesome.
keep
That's
going, never stop. And you know where all the glory come from, and that's why you know you continuously be
okay.
blessed. And your voice is phenomenal.
Thank
It
you.
is just a beautiful thing because music heals. Music helps people through
Mhm.
situations and life. And so we're just thankful for people like you who give
Mm.
us that gift that help us through our life crisis
Right. Right.
and, and
Oh,
our
you know,
love.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
Y'all know I'm one big teardrop. God bless you for that. Thank you for that.
so also tell everybody where they can find you, your social media handles.
Yes. So on Instagram, well, on most, I'm Carol_Riddick. But if you look for Carol Riddick, you'll find me. On Facebook, I have 2 pages because I had too many friends. I have Carol Riddick vocalist, and I had to start another page, so I have Carol Riddick fan page. But I keep it updated, so you can find everything on there.
Thank
Great. Thank
Gas
you
hard.
so much.
Gas hard.
Yes.
But then my
And
link tree, I'm sorry, my link tree has everything. So if you say I don't know, I can't find it, if you go to link tree, you'll see Carol Riddick. Everything is on my link tree.
on the link tree. Okay. We were
Yes.
definitely going to put all this on our social media page so people can find you, they can support you, and the show. So once again, everybody that comes on here, we let them know your family. So
Yes.
please keep us updated with anything
Okay.
on so we can help promote it
share it.
and put it out there for you because
I will.
love the success and just behind you 100%.
I can't thank y'all enough. I can't. And I see family, I see y'all commenting. I'm sending all my love to y'all. All of my love. I see y'all.
Thank
Can
you.
we
Thank
be in
you
the
so
gas
much.
hard video? Can we be in the car in the gas hard video?
And yes, come on. Actually, but look, we'll do another one because I did a video. We'll do another one. What'd you say, Joey?
We don't want Lynette to drive though.
That's a shame.
Because I'm a gas it home.
Listen, that's what we're doing, right? Full speed ahead. Okay.
It's gonna be hard whiplash. You're gonna have to make a statement.
Funny.
Thank
you
you
once
so
again.
much.
We truly appreciate it.
Yes,
And
thank you.
don't be a stranger. We will be contacting you to come back on the show, and we hoping to do like around Christmas time. We always like to do a little fun Christmas show. You know, we'll get everybody to come on and do a little something.
Christmas.
Well, you know what? I would love that. Well, wait, you know what? I do a residency at South during the holidays too. You guys have to come to my Christmas show.
All right.
I would love that. I would love that. Yes.
I'm there. I'm there. Like
I would like that.
Time of year, so
I would love for y'all to come and be my guest.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you again, and
thank you.
We be in touch.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and much success and many blessings.
Yeah,
to you as well. Thank you.
Oh man, awesome, right?
I love it. It's hard, baby. That's our line for the day.
So without further ado, we're gonna bring up George. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep it moving.
Yes. Hello.
How are you? Thank you so much for being patient, sitting in the green room, enjoying, I'm sure, Carol, as she told us, a lot about her and the industry. So thank you for your patience, and we're going to give you a proper introduction.
Yes. So George Freeman is a Billboard chart-topping keyboardist who has played for several different artists as well. He's also a composer, a director, a writer, a jazz pianist, and a producer from North Kakalaka, Carolina. Welcome to the Real Recognized Real Talk Radio Show. Now your microphone might be muted. Oh, now it is. Try it again. You might have to unplug.
Yeah, because
it might just be you. It might just be you listening to you, but we want to hear your voice.
Nope, we can't hear you now neither.
Come on, North Carolina. Raise it.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like I said, technology is not without its flaws.
Right?
It's wonderful when it works, but horrible when it doesn't. But y'all know how we do. We keep it moving.
Yeah. So I don't. So if you have your I don't know, your earphones, you might have to
unplug them, and just use your computer speaker.
Yep.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Meanwhile,
you might have to come out.
Get that together. When you say something, we'll know you on, George. But meanwhile, what about
them? Come out and come back on, and touch your sound when you come back on.
Do you have? He can hear us, but we can't hear him, right?
Yeah, he can. I can tell by his nods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he can hear us. Yeah, use your computer.
Yeah. So when you come out, when you pop off, it's gonna ask you to test your sound. So when you come back on, just test your audio. Yeah.
Like that. There you go.
So are we going to Patty Cake?
We're going to Patty Cake.
I gotta see Patty. Dig a Patty. Let's bring up Patty.
So, thank everybody for tuning into the Real
Patty Cake.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Hi, everyone.
So,
Okay,
so
the
we're
lady of
also
the
going to give you
hour.
a proper
Yes.
introduction as well.
Okay.
Patricia Hawkins is a licensed social worker that where she earned her degree from Temple University. Her work encompasses her passion for helping people, for helping vulnerable population through therapeutic services, helping the homeless, behavior modification, and helping those in crisis situations. So welcome to the Real Recognize Real Talk Radio Show,
Thank you for having me. Thank
aka
you.
Patty Cake as Birdman.
I love it. I love it.
Patty cake, baker's man.
Yeah, yeah,
Joey's cute nickname for all of us.
yeah.
It's just
But
so
I
adorable.
give all the ladies a cute nickname, and
He does.
the beautiful Franchella and my Lynette, I told them about the topic which you wanted to discuss, and they
Mhm.
said, "Hey, let's bring her on and have this conversation."
Yeah.
So Lynette, you bring it on. You light the mat so we can get it started. Or
Okay.
for Franchella, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Or you.
Okay, so
Like you
basically,
said,
all right,
Birdman.
let me do this. So basically, me and Patty Cake, we've been friends for years, and Patty Cake was saying to me, Birdman, that sometimes, and I want to make sure I'm wording everything right, that and it's been some personal things. Some women of a darker complexion, and make sure I'm saying everything correctly, Patty, because I don't want to misquote you, Patty Cake. Give her a
Mhm.
problem, and sometimes in my circle, she had some little altercations with some people I may have introduced her to as well. And I told her, well, let's come on the show and talk about it because my co-hosts, lovely women, they can relate. Franchella says she can relate. Maybe Lynette, I'm not light complected, so I can't share that journey, but I'm willing to listen and whatever. So we waiting for you, Patty, to share your stories or whatever, and everybody's waiting for it.
Yes.
Let me start out by also saying this is not to be judgmental
Okay.
Yeah.
against someone who's different, a different shade than I am.
Hmm.
This is my personal journey.
Okay.
It is something that not only that I have experienced like all of my life, but I've also saw the same situation with my mother.
Mm.
Oh wow.
And that's the sad part. And my thing is I have these stories, and my stories, and I tell my son, and I talk to him, and I said, it's not about talking about people. It's about when you go down south, they'll say, don't go over there because the non-millennial people, they don't care for you. And so you say, okay, I'm not going to go over there.
Mhm.
So it's more open. But up north, everything is so hidden. And I've seen it all my life as far as this is my personal journey. And as
Hmm.
I said, it may be someone who is maybe a darker complexion. And they have their own viewpoints. But as far as for myself, I'm not being judgmental. It's just the experiences that I've had to experience. I mean, I've actually walked down the street because I love people. And sometimes when I start out my day,
Hmm.
it's like all day because I'm always communicating and talking to people. But I'll be in line in the supermarket, and then so you're waiting, and it's like, you just start talking, and then they look at you like you have mental health problems, and they have this look on their face. And then I'll just say to myself, oh, I forgot, I'll make a comment like, I forgot I'm in such and such a place,
Right.
where
Now,
I am.
quick
Now,
question.
Patty, the person who does this are they my complexion, or that when you talk or whatever, what is the person? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they're bright. They're because, and I think our race is so beautiful.
Okay.
I
Absolutely.
mean,
All shades.
we are so. Let me tell you, we are so many beautiful shades.
Yes.
And I think, and and if everybody can feel that way, like with my complexion, I mean, look, Joe is gorgeous. Like everybody's gorgeous. And the two females, the ladies here, all shades are just so beautiful. And when we can start getting people to understand that we are a race of people that comes in multi shades, and
Exactly.
we are awesome, and we have we have other generations trying to be like us.
Right.
Right.
So we need to
Right. No,
acknowledge
absolutely. They are.
that we are way up there.
Right.
Right.
So
So,
so
so for those of y'all who's kind of weaving in and out of the show, and you might not know what we're talking about. We're talking about colorism,
yes.
and the experience that Patricia has had with light skin, dark skin, whatever the situation is. She's talking about her own personal experience, and as she said, it's not that she's judging. She's talking about her own personal experience. So when you were mentioning, you see people that are out and they're looking at you a certain way, how do you know that's the reason why?
Because they would be the opposite of who I am. And what that's a good question.
Right, but
They would be the
even being
opposite.
the opposite, does it mean that they're thinking that way, or maybe they might be like, how do you know, like, for 100% certainty that they're thinking what you think they think?
Okay, that's a good point. Now, if they're not on the darker, the brown and darker
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
complexion,
Yes.
then it just, to me, my own personal experiences, it just never happens. Even today,
Okay.
I mean, I have it all the time. Even my mother had it. Today, I went into the store. The young lady, she was melanated, young lady, and
Hmm.
beautiful, dark brown skin, and beautiful. And she was so helpful. So basically, the initial communication is like, oh, wow, like she is really being so helpful. But then she did have some wrong information. But see, for her, it's like, yeah, she's being helpful. I appreciate it. And then I realized she had given me the wrong information. And so I'm like, that's okay. So I went back today because I had called and they said, no, it ends on Thursday. So I said, no, she told me Wednesday. So went in. So when I went in, so now you have her and she's like, hi. And it's just, she was so nice. And then you have a non-melanated. So she came in and she took it even further. Whereas though the other lady's like letting me know that she has this information and so she can help me because she has this information. But the non-melanated lady, she's like, oh no, we can deliver this, so and then she had a weird look on her face because if you work here, but you're not telling me everything.
Right.
You're making it so that I understand that you know more, and you're the leader, you're the helper, I appreciate that. But then you're not going to take it to the full extent where the non-melanated, where I've always gotten a whole lot more, and she gave me so much more information. Where we're talking about a whole lot of 5-gallon containers of paint. She said, "Oh no," she said, "We can deliver this all to you. You want it tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon?" And I'm like thinking, I'm
So
looking at her, and she had this weird look on her face, and I was just like, she didn't tell me.
so it's a question. It's
It's
a
a question
question. Patty Kate.
Yes.
from
It's
Desiree.
asking you. It's
Desiree.
asking. It's asking you if you never had a problem with a lighter skin complected person. If so,
um, go ahead.
what did you attribute to that?
And this is from
Attribute.
I've
Desiree
never.
McDuffie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's from Desiree McDuffie, aka Shake and Bake.
No, I've never. No, I've never. No, I've never.
Okay. So
I've never.
what you're saying, Patty, is most of the time the lighter people always are very helpful to you, but the dark skin ones kind of give you attitude when you go into these establishments in your experience?
Yeah, to show me that they do have this, like to show me that they do have this knowledge that I don't have, and that's good. That's fine.
Okay.
But you don't take it to the extreme where you're going to be where the other lady said, you know, well, we can deliver all of these uh 3 5 gallon, 2 5 gallon, 1 5 gallon. That's a lot of gallons. So I told the melanated lady, I said, well, I can take some with me. I'll just go home and clean out my trunk of the car. And she had me go, the melanated lady had me go home and clean out the trunk of my car so at least I could take some with me. So I came back with an empty car and empty trunk. And then that's when the non melanated lady said, oh, we can have all of these things delivered to you. You want it tomorrow? And I looked at the other lady like, you should have that knowledge.
So Patty,
Now,
my question is, is there something that happened maybe in your childhood, in the earlier part of your life, that you're kind of carrying with you, assuming that these people of a darker complexion is, you know, sabotaging or not giving you information or treating you differently because you're light skinned? I just believe that people are people and they're going to treat you however they want to treat you, regardless of the complexion, especially nowadays. Now, I had some situations where, you know, I was faced with colorism. In one case, it was a white family who lived across the street from me. And, you know, me and my family are lighter skinned, and a darker skinned family lived 3 doors down, and they were outside yelling the N word. And I kindly went outside and said, who the F you think you're talking to? And she says, oh, no, not you, Franchella, not you. You're different. You're different. But that was Caucasian. But that was a white person, which I understand more so because they do see our color different, right? They see the fact that I'm lighter skin, closer to their skin, their type of hair, that they're going to feel that way, right? Now, when my first job was at Temple, my first job, Lord have mercy, not my first job. I work at Temple now, but my first job, I worked at MCP Hospital, and it was a brown skin, a darker skinned girl from North Philly, and I'm who I am. I have never changed. So even though people assume that light skin, pretty hair girls think they cute, well, I am, but let's just go on from there. That I thought I was cute, so she would not speak to me. She would not talk to me. But I only had one experience. That's it, just one. And she would not talk to me at all. And I stopped and I said, hey, what did I do to you? And she said, you know, she explained that growing up, that they all assumed that light-skinned, pretty hair girls, that they was cute. And I said to her, to make her laugh, just like I said to y'all, well, I am cute. You know what I mean? And after that, we became the best of friends because we communicated. We talked about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was in a different setting, but I have not had any of that. I mean, for the last probably, you know, almost 30 years of my life, I haven't had any of those issues, nor did I carry that one issue into my life with everyone else that I came in contact with, who I thought might have treated me differently because they were a browner skin. I personally didn't do that. That's why I'm asking you, is there something in your life, like, you know, childhood, that kind of, you know,
not just childhood, it's been my whole life. I'm listening to and I'm hearing what you're saying, and it's the same exact thing because when I worked for this agency, and I talked to everybody and make people laugh, and I'm just very social. And I'm telling you, we ended up being the best of friends. She sat beside me, and they look like you bougie. No, because I'm straight up from North Philly. But
right.
anyway, so huh?
No, I was saying this, and our therapist on social colorism, y'all. I wanted to say, not to cut you off, is in the waiting room, ladies, when y'all want to get some clarity on this issue.
Okay, so now the lady, right, she sat right next to me. And so I didn't pay her no mind. So when I didn't pay her no mind, and I just still was talking to her, just steady talking, different things. And then she would kind of look at me like, and then she finally said to me, she said, at first I didn't like you when I first met you. This is what I'm saying. So it's nothing childhood. This has been all of my life. And I learned to not pay it no mind.
Right.
And
That's the
so
thing.
just
That's
like
the key right there. That's the key.
no mind. And when
Yeah.
I don't pay it no mind, guess what happened? We're still the best of friends. And she laughed. And she said, I didn't like you at the beginning. And I said, well, do you like me now? And she started laughing, you know. And she was the person, if I went for a job, she was the one who I trusted the most as far as to use as a reference. That's how close we became. So it's not just childhood, like what I'm hearing what you were just saying. And
Right.
I mean, I had stories after stories after stories, but guess what? I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to talk. If they feel inferior, if they judge me, that's on them because that's never going to change who I am.
Right. Oftentimes it becomes a maturation type of situation where it's like I think for us to still be talking about colorism in 2025
Mhm,
is asinine, and I'm gonna just put
mhm,
it out there. Like I know that people do suffer from low self esteem, and I know that whether you're light skin, dark skin, brown skin, Asian, Chinese, white, we all suffer from something, and some of us have high self-efficacy and some of us have low self-efficacy, but at the end of the day we're all human beings no
yeah,
matter what shade
yeah.
we come in. We all human beings, and I think we forget that part. We get so caught up on our shades of melanins that we forget that to treat each other like the human beings that we are, right, wrong, or
Mhm,
indifferent. It's just, to me, it annoys me to I don't know why it upsets me so much, but it annoys me that we're grown adults still
mhm,
worried about colorism, right?
mhm,
It
mhm,
shouldn't even be. I'm black, you're black, you black, he black, everybody on here black. Period. You know what I
You're
mean? Like,
absolutely
so whether
right.
light skin, dark skin, brown skin, whatever, all of that stuff is not important. It's not important.
Did you see that movie by Duke? His last name is Duke, and he had what was I forget the name of the movie, but it went into detail, into depth about colorism, and I mean it broke my heart to see these little
Right.
girls, beautiful dark complexion, saying that they thought it was dirt and was trying to rub it off. I
The
mean,
sad
it broke
part,
my
the sad
heart.
And the sad part about that is we got the younger generation, like you said, the little girls, they watching and they're feeling, their self-esteem is intact. Like I watch even celebrities that came out dark skinned now is not gonna be any more dark skinned celebrities. Everybody bleaching their
I,
skin, and
mhm,
it's so
mhm,
sad.
mhm,
Like
mhm,
it just
mhm.
upsets me. And I'm
And
like,
tell
I need
children
say that
to be
again.
who you are, love who you
Be
are.
who you
I'm
are,
gonna age
love who you
gracefully.
Can
are.
I
Please,
Yes,
interject?
please,
Can I
please,
yes,
because
interject?
we got somebody else waiting to be on the show. But yeah, beauty in all shades. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. We're
yes.
blacker than
So,
black, and
so
we black.
Michelle wants to say something, Lynette. Michelle
Go
wants to
ahead.
say,
So I just want to say, and this may sound counterintuitive, but so what I'm listening and I'm hearing you guys, and I hear some of you describe racism, which we know is rooted in superiority and racial superiority and inferiority among different groups, right? We know that, and that usually comes from the majority, right? And the majority being the majority, quote unquote, in this country being white people. And so that's racism. And so what I hear you guys describing, so you have described yourselves as light skinned people, and we're light skinned people who have had some issues. I can't see names because my computer didn't necessarily work, but I'm on my tablet. But I think one of the host said that you had an issue with the neighbor, and the neighbor was discriminating against you. And Pat, I heard you say that you've often been discriminated against based on your skin color. But let me just say that colorism is actually prejudice and preferential treatment based on skin color within the same group. And so colorism is not necessarily about light-skinned people being attacked by dark-skinned people. Colorism is when light-skinned people are given preferential treatment because of their skin color, and dark-skinned people are marginalized or oppressed.
Same.
So that's what colorism
That's what
is.
separates us. That's what separates us in our culture. Yeah,
Right.
because that's the
So,
thought. That's the thought process.
And I want to say,
right. So,
Lady Jones is my biological. She's my real cousin. You ladies on the show, that
Okay.
yeah, we're related for real. So she we never had that in our family, but this is a great topic.
No, absolutely. And like Lynette said, I mean, in 2025, I
Just
mean,
wrong.
racism going to last forever. I
Yeah.
mean, you prayerfully that will go away by the time my grandchild is, is growing up, or her children. But today we're constantly, I mean, look at the president we have, right? So we're going to constantly, have racism in our country. But far as
but
colorism, excuse me.
we can't have discussions about racism and not have discussions about colorism, because colorism, colorism is based on the vestiges from slavery, right?
Mhm.
And so we know historically that colorism comes from when our people were enslaved, and they were put on plantations, and
Outward.
the slave owner then would rape the one of the slave enslaved women, and that would produce an offspring, a mixed race offspring, and that mixed race offspring was often given preferential treatment. And that preferential treatment may have been they didn't have to work the fields, or
Mhm.
they weren't as brutalized. I'm not saying they weren't beaten, but they may not have been as brutalized. Or if the slave owner did not have any heirs, they would leave some of their resources to their mixed race heirs, and those mixed race heirs may have then gone on to passing. But um, but light-skinned people don't necessarily experience colorism. We may experience being attacked, being alienated, being assaulted, because in society, light-skinned people are seen as more desirable, as more educated, as prettier, as more attractive, selected more. And so darker skinned Black people don't have those same preferential treatment. And
But it
so
doesn't
we
mean that
don't like,
we haven't been the ostracized because of it. So whether the
right. And
pendulum
so that's
swings this
different.
way, whether the
That's
pendulum
different
swings
than,
this way or this way, it's still a part of the same monster.
no.
Whether it's
So,
still a part of the
so
same
yes,
monster dynamic, and how the dark skinned person might be impacted may be the same way the light skinned person is impacted as well. It's just that nobody talks about it.
but
You know what I
but
mean?
the darker skinned person receives the oppression and this systemic uh, disparaging on a systemic level, versus the lighter skinned person who may not receive it on a systemic level.
But
So we,
that's all a part of perception.
Right.
It's all a part of
no,
perception
no,
because
there's studies done where let's say lighter skinned women go to jail, right? And darker skinned women go to jail. 11% of lighter skinned women get their time shaved off more. We know that darker skinned men go to jail more. Darker skinned men are more criminalized.
And
Darker
that's
skinned men
attributed. That's attributed. Is
are
that
more
attributed?
jail.
Is that attributed to their skin color or their behaviors? So we gotta
Oh no,
really, we
that
gotta really kind of
that's
pull
the
back,
misnomer that we have to.
because one thing
That's the
about data and
misnomer that we.
statistics.
One at a time. One at a
All
time.
right, go ahead. One thing about data and statistics is it can be skewed. You know, my background is in psychology as well. And you can skew the data to make it mean whatever you want your research to mean. But that's neither here nor there. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Right. So collectively, if
We have to get
we're black people, and we live in this world, and we see the representation, right? So what do we see in terms of representation? We see that lighter skinned people are more represented in the media, in Hollywood, in beauty products. It's growing. It's growing now on the big screen. It's growing now with people like Ava DuVernay, with people like who's the woman that did Insecure, and Ryan Coogler. But we have not consistently had darker skinned people have not had the same preferential treatment or the same opportunities globally that lighter skinned people have had. And you can see that. You can see that in society.
Yeah,
And
but
so that
don't
has,
agree.
and just like
I have
the
not
who
experienced
remembers the doll study?
Say that
the what?
again.
Who remembers the study with the dolls, and where the
About
children
natural conditions.
always chose the white
yes.
or the lighter skinned
Oh, you
doll.
said doll.
My
Do you remember
goddaughter
that
did that.
study?
It,
I've
My
seen
God,
it
yes.
before.
I
Doll. That was
remember,
the
but
that was
let's
the
study.
My
Wait,
famous
let's
goddaughter did
study.
that.
Wait a minute, I can't
let's
hear.
stop here because we're going to have to wrap this up, unfortunately, because I still have George in the green room. We have to get to him.
Okay.
But here's the thing. That study that I don't know what year that came out. First of all, back then,
It was
um,
done twice.
we
It
didn't
was
have a
done twice.
we didn't have a lot of black dolls, and we didn't have a lot of representation of black people on TV. I think we have a lot of representation
Exactly.
at this point in the 2000s of black people on TV, and that our children and our community love their self more today than maybe back then, because all you saw on TV or shows was white shows, white people on TV, on the news. Now you have all the different newscaster. You got Holly that's on Fox. Like you see representation of us now, and so I'm thinking towards us, how we feel about ourselves has
Right.
changed now. Like
Right.
I get that back in the day. I mean, I'm 61 years old, so I had that story to tell, but that story didn't continue in my life. You know
Right.
what I mean? I
And
have no
we have to be, I mean,
That
at some
story,
point we have to be
that
more
story does
solution focused than
continue.
problem focused. At some point we have to be more
Right,
solution focused than problem
exactly,
focused. And
exactly.
yes,
So
there is
the
a problem.
solution,
So now we got to teach our children to love themselves in spite of or
That's what I
despite
do
of.
at
You
my
got to teach
daycare center.
the
Yes.
youth, and
Mm-hmm.
so they don't grow up with
Mm-hmm.
these same stigmas and this same
Mm-hmm.
self-efficacy or low self-worth based on what the masses are doing.
I saw that in my daycare center, and I made sure I changed that.
That's
Beautiful little
good.
girl.
That's
And it was
wonderful.
amazing. She was heavy and she had the pretty dark skin. She just glowed when she smiled. And every morning I said, "There's my pretty little girl. Come here. You're beautiful." And she liked this little kid, but the little kid liked the light skinned girl. And so, and I saw how she was feeling. So I just focused on her. And she started feeling so much better just about herself and not about what was going on around her.
Right.
So we have to teach her because just like the lady just said, it's that preferential treatment that she's just talked all about it, and that's her thought process, and that's what I continue to experience out here, where people looking at me like, oh, you just get preferential treatment, oh, you just get, and that's how I got treated all my life. Even my mother, I told my mother as a little girl, I said, Mom, when we go over grandma's house, her sister who was darker complexion. I said, she bother you. I said, if she say something mean and negative towards you, I'm gonna say something to her. I was a little girl. And that's where I get this thing where I have to just ignore it. I'll talk, I'll respond, but I don't keep it with me. But I let people know you're not gonna treat me any your kind of way. So
Right.
sometimes I do get it like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the one because it depends on how they come at me and I will back them up. Like I'm not the one, okay?
Yeah, but
Whatever
I
you dealing
truly
with,
do.
you
And
deal
thank
with.
you so much, guys, for coming on the show because I have to get to George right now.
Yes.
He's been patiently waiting, and we have to cut this conversation short.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can I
it
say,
is
can I offer a resource?
a resource.
Please.
Yes, go ahead.
So the term colorism was coined by Alice Walker. Alice Walker, the Pulitzer Prize winner, and Audre Lorde talks about colorism, as does a woman named Sarah L. Weber, and she is a professor. She and her sister are both professors, and Sarah has a podcast, and she started the healing of colorism. So people may want to look into that to get some resources on colorism and look up, Alice Walker and Audre Lorde and what they have said about colorism, because Audre Lorde talked about having experienced colorism because of her dark skin in her own family. Um, and
God.
there are many, many, many different scholars who've written position papers on colorism also.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
that.
Yep,
yeah.
yep. Thank you for those resources. And once again,
Mhm.
it's sad if it's still going on today. We're in
Yeah.
2025, especially among our community. It should not be any of this within our
Within
own
our
community.
culture.
We already have to fight this outside of our community. It should not be existing within. So, ladies, thank you for coming on. Maybe we can, bring this topic back to light at another show where we have more time, but I must get to George right now. So thanks again,
Okay.
ladies, for
Thank you
being on
both.
Thank you for having me. Hope to be back again.
Sorry for your
Yeah.
experience.
Hmm.
So
So hopefully George will have sound.
yes.
So
So
we thank y'all for tuning into the Real Recognize Real Talk radio show, and thank y'all for chiming in the chat and offering up some of your opinions as well. So we all know that opinions are not facts; they're just opinions, and everybody's entitled to them.
Right.
So um,
Let's see if
we appreciate all of you. Microphone check 1 2 checker.
Check, check. Are we good? All
Hey,
right.
let there be light, and there was light.
thank you once
Yes.
again, George. You've been patient this whole
Exactly.
entire time. We
And,
definitely want to give you your time and give you,
exactly.
we're
And
going to
short,
do
short.
an introduction again because we want to make sure that people know who
Who
you
you
are.
are. For those of you who are just tuning in, this gentleman is George Freeman. He is a Billboard chart topping keyboardist who has played for several different artists. He's also a composer, a director, a writer, a jazz pianist, and a producer from North Kakalaki, North Carolina.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Woo! Woo! Welcome to the Real Recognize Real Talk radio show. Thank
Yes,
you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys having me.
No
no,
problem.
Absolutely.
Thank
absolutely.
you for joining us. So tell us a little bit about yourself other than what I just said.
Well, pretty much what you said sums it up. Jazz pianist, done a lot of producing and touring over the years, and
that's pretty but much the big of it. So yeah.
Okay. And
So
how did you get into that? How did you know that you could, play and how good you could be?
Well, my father was a pianist and he
Okay.
played in church. And of course, that's where I started out as well, at 13, playing for my first church. And from there, it just kind of expanded into a bunch of different genres of music. Hip hop really pushed me towards jazz because a lot of the hip hop records had samples and jazz records. And I would, listen, I'm like, okay, so where is this coming from? I look up these samples, and the more I played, I began to be able to hear a lot of this stuff and play it back. And so then that just really kind of carried me over into jazz and smooth jazz.
Oh,
I think
nice.
it's a real talent to be able to hear sound and play what you
Yeah,
hear. You know,
yeah,
it takes practice
Mm-hmm.
and the skill. And some people just got it.
yeah,
But it's not. I don't think it's easy. Like I tried with the keyboards and all. I got as far as the graduation song. Dun, 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 dun. That's
Right,
it.
right. Or dun 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 dun, dun, right? One finger. That's how
yeah.
Exactly.
one
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 chopsticks. But then, like you said, it's a lot of people who are classically trained who read, and I also read, not as much as and not as well as I hear, and that's how I started off playing by ear. So yeah, like you said, not everybody can do it, but it is definitely a blessing. Definitely a
Yeah.
blessing.
So once you learn the sound of the keys, I guess it's easier. Or
I mean, it's easy for me, but like you said, some will look at it and it's kind of like Chinese,
right,
reading a different language or something. So,
sheet
definitely.
sheet music. So what are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm working on some new music. Like you said earlier, I've been on the Billboard 2015, did a record, did another record in 2019, and now I'm getting ready to come back out and do some other things. As far as artist wise go, this last year I've been working, doing producing for a lot of upcoming artists and some well-known artists, and just staying busy. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
In North Carolina or globally?
All over California, North Carolina, Virginia, up and down the East Coast. Yeah, I'm all over.
Okay.
So
Have you
it's
been up
un
here,
go ahead.
Coach? If, have you
Say it
been
again
in
now.
Have you been in Philly? Anywhere up here on the East Coast?
Yes, I've actually played the Dell with Pamela Williams, Patti LaBelle, and Erica Badu was on that card as well. So that was a nice show. I
Mhm.
haven't done much else in Philly though.
Okay.
That's where you guys are located,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. Definitely want to come
yeah,
check you out.
for
So,
sure.
so, can you play something for us? Do you have it right anywhere near you?
No, I don't have like the setup and everything. It would and it wouldn't sound good over this type
No.
situation anyway. But yeah,
Okay.
you can find my music though on all platforms. George Freeman Jr. You can check me out on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere music is sold. So
Okay.
George
yeah,
Freeman Jr.
yeah, you
Well,
guys go out and stream me.
so I mean, do you sing too or no? Is it you just play?
No, I'm just instrumental.
Just instrumental. Okay. They
Yeah,
just had up here in Willingboro, they just had a huge, it's massive. I think it was like their 34th year jazz festival.
Jazz Fest.
oh
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
nice.
It was massive. So that's not, it gives you like that. Jazz is just a different field of music. Um and it soothes you. And
Right.
I love that. Sometimes, you don't want all the rah rah and the hip hop and this, you know what I mean? It's like
That's
it's
right.
time for everything, in the different stages of your life, you kind of move towards that. As young people, not too many probably are into jazz as much as I would say, early 40s and
Right.
who really enjoy, and they don't know what they missing, so.
Yeah. But the thing about jazz is you can make it whatever you can make it say whatever you want it to say.
Right.
It's not any words telling you what to think about or, something guiding you in a certain direction. You
Right.
could feel the music and it gives you a mood or it sets an atmosphere, whatnot. And you put your own words, with the melodies and stuff. That's what I like about jazz. It can mean many different things. The same song can mean many different things to many people. So,
Right. One of our
yeah,
viewers said that they
A
love jazz
tear.
while they
that's
cleaning.
cool. That's right.
I love jazz music while I'm cleaning. That's right. It gets you moving.
It
That's
really- So, what made you transition a little bit from playing in church to jazz, like church gospel music versus
Well, gospel music is going to have a lot of, well, jazz derived from a lot
gospel?
of gospel. So, they kind of go hand in hand when you talk in blues and the different kind of arrangements of chords. So, I think they really interact in a way that you can, they like sister brothers for the most part.
Right.
Yeah,
True.
one of our viewers asked if you have any new music coming out.
I do. I'm going to have
Thank you,
new
Joanne.
record. I'm still kind of going back and forth between uh titles, but putting out new music in October. And I want you guys to be, looking out for that. You can check me out on my own handles as far as Instagram, gfree910. I'm on Facebook, George Freeman, too. And that's TOO because I had two pages. One of them got hacked, of course. So this is the one I still have. And as far as I have a website as well, georgefreemanjr.com, and you can go there and listen at some of my music and, check out some of the things I did.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I mean,
Yes.
once again,
Absolutely.
for your patience, for being on a Real Recognized Real show. Continue to let us know when you're anywhere up in this area so we can come out and support you. Send us what you're doing because we know people all over the place, not just on the East Coast. We can share it so that people in that area will come out and support you as well. We just wanted to show the love,
I
and really
appreciate it.
showing the
Thank you.
love of music that we have as well. So,
Absolutely. I appreciate that.
yeah,
Yeah.
no
So
doubt.
thank you so much, and much success to you as well. So I'm definitely going to put this on our page. Make sure that you come back because you owe us
Yep.
some
Okay, I got
some
you.
ebonies on the ivories.
I got you. Thank you guys
Absolutely.
for having me.
Thank
Oh,
you.
absolutely. All right. Take care.
You too.
All right, guys. So that concludes the show for this evening. Thank you all for tuning in to the Real Recognized Real Talk Radio Show.
Yes.
Follow us on our Facebook page, RRR Talk Radio, as well as Instagram, RRR Talk Radio. If you would like to be on the show, email us at rrrtalkradio@yahoo.com. And just continue to share, and support. We thank you so much. We try to bring you some fabulous entertainment. Thank you to Birdman. He's out there making those connections and getting
Yes.
all these wonderful topics and people
Yes.
on the show. So we love what he's doing, and we definitely appreciate it because my
Yes.
plate is full. So like, thank you, and
Yes.
thank you to all our viewers, everybody that made comments
Thank
in the
y'all
comment
so
section.
much.
I appreciate you. I'm going to go through and read it. As they were talking, I saw some of your comments. You guys were on point. And hey, we got any else housekeeping that we need to talk about before we go?
Oh, I just say y'all, it was a great show. Got a little tense, but I thank y'all for reeling it in. I knew you ladies would make it do what it do. We got a little tense, I think. You don't you know what I mean?
I mean, it's a
I
tough.
don't think I
It's a
need to
tough
bring that
topic.
many women on at one time. I think I was like, whoa,
No. It's healthy. It's called healthy conversation.
okay,
You know,
That's
it's
it.
called, and it's okay to differ in opinions. You know, that's
right,
the way the world works. You know what I
right.
mean?
But
And it's okay
I
to
don't know
offer
what.
up different perspectives and different things. That's the way the world works. You
Did
know.
we get the message though, y'all? Like I still was kind of. I think I got it. Did we get a resolution?
Well, the resolution is teach each one, teach one, and
All right,
we can't keep being problem focused. We have to be okay. Yes, there is a problem. This is the problem. Now,
Right.
what do we do about it to get to work towards a solution? You
right.
know, oftentimes we focus on the problem and we don't focus on the solution, and that's what continues
Okay,
this whole cycle of, you know,
Right.
at some point, you know, you can no longer you can't be the victim and the villain at the same time.
Right.
okay.
Exactly. Exactly. And guess what?
That's the
Grow the
moral
hell up.
of it.
Grow the hell up.
Maturation is key.
Grow up, and we need to start teaching and loving um
Each
our
other.
children in the home, and showing them, that they are gorgeous. Or even with kids, how many times, like back in the day, we used to say, oh, he's so bad, you bad. Like, you guys stop telling them they're bad, because that's
Or
Because then
yes,
they
you're
grow
right.
up, or
Or
that
put
they're
the color
fat,
with it.
or that they're dark skinned, or that
Right,
they're
you bad
Latin,
with your
or
black self.
black.
You
right,
bad with your black self.
right,
Exactly.
right.
Like we have to stop putting these labels on ourselves and each other. We're black and we're human beings.
Okay. You know
What
that next month topic.
happened? What happened over there?
I want to shout out to all of my female friends that's on. Shout out to Desiree, Millicent, Leslie, Yvette Money. All of them were
Thank
tuned
y'all.
in, y'all. Pop, well, she hate me to call her say Pop, her nickname Alexandria. Everybody was really tuned in tonight for the show.
Topic. And thank everybody for tuning in to the Real Recognized Real Talk Radio Show. Thank you again, Birdman, for bringing the guests on the show. You
Yes.
know,
Yo, thank you got we a team, but wait a minute. Wait till next month. Oh my God, y'all. The
don't
next
tell them.
no,
Y'all
I'm not,
got tune in.
but yes,
Tune in.
yeah, they will. They look. They already tuned in last night, so they know.
Yes. So tune in to our next show. So it looks like Franchella having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, where's our Franny? But you know, she's the
She'll
lady.
be back. She'll be back on because she's the one who gotta log us out. We're
Yes,
still on live. Hey. So,
exactly.
so while we have a moment to pull on your ear, our condolences go out to the family, friends, and fans of Dee from what's happening. Danielle Spencer, who
Yes.
lost her life today. The report state as due to cancer. That's what is being reported. You know, so may she rest in peace. She opened up doors for a lot of young actresses.
And she was melanated, as Patty Cake would say.
There it is. There it is. So yeah, it's an interesting. So what you got going on, Birdman? You want to
But
talk
you know
about?
what? I got a lot going on. I gotta get with you, Lynette.
Well, we still live. We still live. Just so you know.
You know, I'm not gonna say nothing crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I'm not. I said I gotta get with you to get in some of your stage plays, and I said yes, and I want us to get together, do a skating party like Franchella said. Like to some of the people in our group text and our social media things, I wanted Fran and you to put something together so we can do a day trip.
Oh, you on there? They don't have.
Like when we went there in Wildwood,
That's one of the things I wanted to talk to y'all about too. I think we should do something to promote the show. What's up, T Money?
I know he all talking.
But why don't T Money come on the box with us? Why
You want to say,
T Money should have came on with us. But I want friend to put together a skating party, y'all. I really want to, with the real recognized real team, real recognized real the people. That's what we meant down Wildwood. That would be a great thing.
yeah, Franchella, you hearing this?
I am.
Yo,
But
so we got to work together.
I'm hearing that we're gonna take this offline.
Yeah,
we are still live.
I know. Hey.
Okay.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Until next time.